Time for sports. Lots of action in the pool this weekend. Myra's here with that. Myra.
Lots of action everywhere, Hudson. Yes, things are just starting to get interesting at the Winter Diving National Championships, which are taking place at Saanich Commonwealth Pool. The level of competition went up this afternoon, and I mean way up, as the men climbed the tall tower for the preliminaries for the 10-meter event. 17 competitors in this event, but 3 of them have separated themselves from the rest of the field. All eyes on 2011 Pan Am bronze medalist Kevin Gayson from Winnipeg, Eric Syne, the defending summer national 10-meter champion, and Victoria's own Riley McCormick. Now, he's the defending winter 10-meter champ. Riley was top of his game this afternoon, nailed his second dive, an inward 3.5 tuck, and all 8.5s and 9s from the judges. Riley sits in top spot with Eric Syne less than a half a point back.
Riley McCormick, and he's really been turning on the jets over the last several months. We saw him really perform at the World Championships, and we see him so far even in better shape. But he's going to be pushed by Kevin Gayson from Winnipeg, also Eric Syne from Edmonton, and that's going to be probably the three-way fight. I think his bread and butter is his reverse 3.5. It's spectacular and potentially a dive that can take 10s. He also does a back 3.5 pike. He's the only one in the competition doing back 3.5 pike, and he does it as well as anybody we've seen in the world. So, you know, he's got some tools in his shed.
Only the top 8 divers will advance to the finals on Sunday. From there, the top 2 get to represent Canada in February at the World Cup in London, England.
We only are allowed to enter 2 spots. So really what we want to do is we have to earn 1 more Olympic spot, and that will mean our divers have to come top 18. However, Riley McCormick has already qualified 1 spot. So we're looking for 1 more spot, and hopefully, you know, we can do it there. We're also looking for some experience in the Olympic pool, because that's where the World Cup will be. So hopefully whoever is going to be on our Olympic team will also be at that World Cup as well.
Diving continues all weekend. The men's 10-meter final goes Sunday at 2:30. We'll ask the Victoria Royals what they would like for Christmas about now, and they will tell you they take a win. The Royals have gone 2-9-2 in their past 13 games and have plummeted to 7th spot in the Western Conference. Tonight they have 2 games left before the break, and they're going to take on Lethbridge. Tomorrow they will face the Medicine Hat Tigers. Today also marked the final day of classes before the Christmas break, and at many schools, teachers and students were saying goodbye, happy holidays, see you in the new year. But at St. Andrews High School, the only talk between teachers and grade 12 students was trash talk as the 2 sides clashed in the Christmas Mud Bowl.
Back in the classroom, Mr. Tiamat.
Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Teachers lost the 2010 Mud Bowl and spent an entire year hearing about it. This time they got serious and they even got uniforms. But this isn't the play Mr. Brock designed. Under pressure, he's picked off by George Dick, who burns a couple of educators before scoring the majors. But the teachers had someone who can move the ball as well. This guy, former CFL linebacker Scott Meny. Is that legal? He's not even a teacher, but he was public enemy #1 on the field. Scott, meet Jake Chan. Wow, forget about the flag. He's going straight for the tackle, and what a takedown it was. Teachers need to get something going, so they look to their star running back, Nicole the difference maker Carvalho. Watch her, she tiptoes down the sideline. She will be the happiest woman in the football. Nice spike, Nicole. The students kept it close, but the teacher's import player was just too dangerous today. Scott Meny scores the game winner, and check it out. He gives us a little Tim Tebow salute in the end zone. Mr. Brock, though, gets my vote for MVP. The teachers win at 28-21. Scott Meny didn't win many friends.
I'm pretty used to that, you know, from Bombers games going to Saskatchewan, right? So it's pretty much the same thing here with these St. Andrews kids every year.
What happened there on that touchdown?
Just a pass back from Dean Anderson. Nobody knew that it would be me, right? And I just went straight through there. I had Scott Meny blocking me. I knew I was good to go. So, yeah.
Who's a problem out there, George?
Scott Meny. Kevin Meny is probably #2.
How about Mark Cristante?
He's not that big of a threat.
Did anyone tell you, Jake, that this is a flag football game?
Yeah, well, you know, I had beef to pick with the teachers and whatnot.
The tackle.
I was not expecting that at all. I thought it was a game of flag, and then the next minute I'm on my butt, so, you know, good on him, right?
Get some hardwood highlights, Hudson. 'Tis the season for high school hoops as the regular basketball season gives way to tournament play. And teams from all over our province have flocked to Oak Bay for the annual Gary Taylor Invitational Tournament. It's one of the island's oldest. Well, if there's a cute baby in the house, Jordan Cunningham is sure to find them. Yes, babies and dogs. Taking this game in at Oak Bay, Belmont suffered a setback yesterday against Vernon's Clarence Fulton, and today they saw another stiff test from Nanaimo's Dover Bay. Tight game late in the fourth quarter when Belmont goes to their big man, Derek Spaven, with a solid power move, giving the Dogs a 79-74 lead. Dover, though, won't roll over despite the charge. That bucket counts, and we have ourselves a 2-point game with just under 10 seconds to play. Dover gets the open baseline jumper, but they chalk up the air ball, meaning Belmont escapes with an 84-82 victory. The hosts from Oak Bay take on St. Michael's tonight at 8:15.
Every year it's a great tournament. We come to it every year. I hope we'll continue to do so. The teams are always strong. We get a lot of our league teams in the tournament. Mount Doug and Oak Bay are really having great seasons so far. Personally, I'd call them favorites. And there's teams like us in Claremont that aren't far behind. Anyone can beat anyone by the end of the year. You just never know what happens as we get better and maybe hopefully close the gap.
Well, Christmas tournaments are happening all over the island. Girls action this afternoon at Dover Bay in Nanaimo. The Dolphins playing host to Qualicum, Parkland, Salmon Arm, Walnut Grove, and today's opponents, Courtney's Marcusfeld. Dover started strong on a 9-2 run in the first half with Emily Shires running the show at point guard. Isfeld, though, not afraid to get a little dirty. Bridget Cattle cleans the glass, and she gets the putback. Island competition is stiff as always, and getting a look at the competition early can be key.
Early in the season it is, so that you have an idea what you're going to meet at the island. So it's a good thing to try to play some of these island teams so that you have an idea when you get to the AAA islands. You know what the teams in the south and the north are going to look like beforehand. I just want the team to work hard right now. That's what we're going with.